Let's have a look at a few of the upcoming interesting parts of the Popup and Popup Builder that will be available for Brizy Pro. So I have here already a Popup open, as you can see, but this is not done within the builder. This is actually done within the Brizy tab or the Brizy menu within the WordPress feature. So currently there are two parts. One will be within the builder where you can have your click on. So if you have a button and you want people to click on it, pop up. But then for your conditions and your triggers, it's going to be within the WordPress area. So you will go to your Brizy and you'll set it up there. This is just a teaser, so I'm not going to show you everything. And there's still a lot of work in progress. So just to whet your appetite for this. Let me first show you quickly a few things regarding our styling options, because at this moment even you cannot see it. If you see, I hover over here because I've already been playing a lot. If I hover over here with my mouse, my cursor up here, the hand goes there. So what is there? And that's my own problem. When I click on it, it will open up this. So the first thing I'm going to do is change the color so you can see what's going on. So you see we have far more control over the styling regarding the close out button. So if I click on the close out button, you can choose a lot of things here. You can choose where it is positioned on the outside or the inside. You have more control over the horizontal and vertical position as well as the size for that. One of the very nice features is this option over here. Let me click on it again, and if I click on this, it will cycle through the various corners of the pop-up. Hey, that's nice. I like it. Very nice thinking over here. Let's just have a look quickly for our overlay. Go to the block and then the overlay will be applied over here. Let's give that a little bit of a color so that you can understand how that works. Of course, now you can also apply a background like so. Then of course for that you can reduce it, but make sure you have a good resolution image. But let's leave it like that for now. And then again, also while I'm here in the block, observe these two up here. This is going to be for your horizontal alignments, and this one up here for your vertical alignment. So if you want it up there in the corner, bottom, and then back in the center. And now it's getting like a puzzle. I have to figure out where it goes. So let's change this one, and we change the color also back to white, and there's hover options for that as well. So look at all those nice styling features that's coming in. Excellent. Now let's look at a few of those triggers and where will you find that. So this is not really a block. This is your pop-up settings up here. So if you click on it, what we are used to as a block, if you're working directly in the builder, this is your pop-up settings, and all the way to your left you will see the pop-up functions appear over here, and then you have make it global, scroll page, and then this is the one we are looking at over here, set up pop-up. Right, so I'm going to click on that, and this will bring us into our triggers and conditions where we will be doing the settings within this box. You can add more than one trigger, and if you look down here, scroll down, you have on page load, on click, after inactivity, on page exit intents, show after X, show on devices, on scroll arriving from, hide for logged in users. So if you use something like on scroll and hide for logged in users, naturally you can add more conditions because you want to apply that for different settings and different pages. And then here you also have all users, and you can choose custom. This is for your hide logged in users. Before I show you one or two here, let's have a look at conditions. Where do you want to display it? So here is a few. JP test, this is what I've already done. I want to exclude it, and I want to exclude it. And then you have also inclusion. You can choose here which pages, and then here you will have your pages selected from here, and you can add that. All your conditions can be set over here. Now if I want to delete this first, because I don't want any conditions at this moment, I just want to show you how one or two of the triggers will work. So let's go to the most common trigger, and that will be on page load. Click on page load, and this will be after how many seconds it will display. So not to make you wait forever, let's leave it on 5 seconds. Let's save this. and then click out. Then we also update the page just to make sure. And I already have it here on the front end. So what I'll do is I will just reload this page. Right, so we load the page, we give it a few seconds, and then here it comes. There we go. You can click on that, and of course you can set the settings as well, how to remove the pop-up. Let's have a look at one more. Go over here to pop-up, set a pop-up, and then on page load, let's use after inactivity 30 seconds. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's put it also on 5 seconds, which is also feels like an eternity if you sit and watch a video online and there's dead air for 5 seconds. Save, and then I'm going to update as well here. And let's go back here to this page. Let's reload our page. And then I'm just going to scroll down, give it some activity, and then I get to the bottom, or I get here. My cell phone rings. I decide I want to answer my cell phone first, and then and there it comes after 5 seconds. Good. And shall we do one more? I think let's do one more. Let's go to that settings, set up on page exit intent. Save, and then update. And what this one will do is to trigger the intent. Let's just reload the page. Intent, when do you have the intent of exiting a page? That's usually when you go to the top of, there I did it already. If you go here to the top, now it's not going to work. I already triggered it. So let's reload it again. And I'm going to scroll, and as long as you're scrolling like this and you go around and you just view, it will not activate the page exit intent. Page exit intent will be activated the moment you move your cursor up here to where you are going to be typing in a new address. And that is going to be when it will be activated or triggered, because now you have the intent of typing in a new address, and that's why it will pop up at that moment. Right, so are you teased enough? I hope so. Let's just have a look again at that. All the features, so you can have a good idea. You have on click, and then you have after inactivity, which did that. Show after X, after how many page views on the sites or how many sessions. What on page exit, we did that. Show on devices, and that will be typically a new trigger condition that you will add on top of another one. So if you only want this pop-up to appear on the desktop, you put it there. And if you want to have it appear also on a tablet, but not on a mobile, then you go on show on devices and you put it on tablet. Now that pop-up will only appear on these two devices. And what else do we have here? We had show on devices, on page load, on scroll shot. Yeah, we've covered them all. So there you go. Great triggers, conditions. Still a work. The progress, we've gotten it quite the distance already. And I love, again, the interface. Once you start working with it, you're going to be super impressed as well.